I muted you.
You did.
Because I'm God.
No, you're not, sir. No, you're not. And guess what? I almost killed you now and earlier this week. You know that? You remember that? The whole text message fiasco?
We were talking about iPhones earlier.
That's right. So, earlier this week, I almost killed Michael. Like, mentally, I was murdering him. Just kidding. A little bit. Because I was in a parking lot, and I was being nice to this other driver, okay? And this other driver, we came to a weird impasse, and I was friendly enough, and I go, go ahead, and I smiled, and they go like this with their hands, like that, and oh man, my blood started to boil, and then I hear a bing, okay, and I had just texted Michael and Peyton about this party, which, by the way, side note, the party was not that night, as I'd learned to realize. Anyway, I text Michael and Peyton earlier, hey, party's tonight, 7 p.m. After this little incident, boom, bing, I get a text message from Michael, and it says,
What time?
What time? What time? What time? And dude, I said, I literally just texted that. Oh man, I was being so reserved. If you only knew, if you would have seen my face.
Oops.
That's okay. Things happen.
New iPhone, new service, transferring new number over.
Yeah.
It was in that moment when the number was transferring over.
Right.
And it was just said, at Adobe. What time?
Yep. But I couldn't stay mad at you because then I remembered your smile. You have a joy. You have a Christmas appeal to you. You know that?
I do not.
It's your rosy cheeks, sir. You have rosy cheeks.
My dad does play Santa at all the family events.
Shut up. Seriously?
Yeah, he has a Santa suit. He also goes around the hospital.
Oh.
Do you think about following in his footsteps?
Maybe.
Hey, for the Christmas episode?
You want me to dress up as Santa?
Yeah, and you as the elf?
Jeez. I'm game. Let's do it.
Dude.
We gotta do this now.
Dude, I thought you said, I'm gay.
Well.
Okay.
Imagine that's how Peyton comes out to us. He goes, you could dress up as the elf.
I feel like that would be news to your fiance.
It would be. He's like, he gets so excited he gets to dress up as an elf. He just goes, I'm gay. Oh, shut up, Michael. It's funny. Fuck you, man. If you're not laughing, fuck you. It's hilarious. Oh, dude. Guess what? If you've got an Alexa, all you gotta say is, hey, Adobe Radio, play, or hey, Alexa, play Adobe Radio. How about that for a transition? Guys, I'm really excited to talk to our guest today. We're a little all over the place, but that's okay. This is real. This is real. Phil Daniels, part of the band, the YACHTLEY CREW. They're very fun. He's a friend of Michael's, actually. They've known each other since kindergarten. Is that what you told me earlier?
No, just a few years.
Just a few years, okay. It sounds better if you say still kindergarten.
I can't know everyone since kindergarten.
That's true. You can't know everyone since kindergarten. Phil Daniels is also an actor here.
Daniel.
What?
Daniel.
Sorry. It said Daniels in the email. Oh. Shit. Uh-oh. He's listening to this outside the studio. He just left. Phil Daniel just left.
Okay.
Mr. Daniel.
Again.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's give it up for Phil Daniel.
And I'm playing the music.
What's up, dude? Come on in. Come on in. Michael.
Good morning, gentlemen.
All right, right here.
How are you doing? You
Good.
have the best podcast you've ever had.
I'm ready. Are you ready?
Oh,
What does your your hat say? Brixton?
Yeah.
Manufacturing Company.
I never heard of it. I got it on Amazon.
Ooh. Did you really?
Yeah.
What sold you on the hat?
I just needed a hat. Yeah. I just needed a hat,
I just needed a hat.
and I thought, I'm looking for something that's not quite a powder blue.
Yeah. Yeah, that's good. Let's if you just want to bring this up just underneath your chin so we
Right
can see
there.
your beautiful
Yeah.
face as well. Thanks for coming on the show, man.
I am so excited to be here.
Yeah.
And I'm incredibly impressed in
Well-
many ways already.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, I'm this we had Well, that makes me feel better.
Yeah.
That makes me feel better.
The biggest way I'm impressed is that you didn't kick me off for being late.
Oh, no, dude.
Yeah.
No, we would never do
Yeah.
that.
Who knew?
We needed a guest, so.
Well, fair enough. Fair enough. I like that.
What part of town do you live in?
I actually live about 5 minutes from the studio, right over here in Burbank,
Oh, nice.
on the edge of Toluca Lake. I love
Dude,
it.
the smoke everywhere. You smell this?
Yeah.
Oh,
I do.
man.
It's crazy. I'm worried about my pets. Can't take them outside.
Yeah?
Yeah.
I almost went running this morning, and I was like, oh, no,
Don't.
no.
No, air quality is down.
I woke up, seriously, though, I think because of the AC I had on.
Yeah.
It was way too low, but I like sleeping when it's frigid.
Yes.
My nose was bloody. Like I had, this is kind of gross. I don't
Yeah,
give
it's
a
so
shit.
dry, right?
But yeah, it's all bloody in there. I was like, oh, shoot, like I had a nosebleed or something.
Yeah.
I'm glad, though, I didn't open the windows. It would have been like a campfire. in my
Don't do
home.
that. No, you get all the particulates. You're breathing it in. It's no good.
Have you ever been in front of around a real wildfire or anything like that?
Well, last year,
Yeah.
when all the fires were going on
Oh, yeah.
up here, we in
Oh, in Burbank.
yeah,
Oh, shoot,
in
yeah, I
Burbank,
forgot about
right off the
those.
210, and then also I spent a lot of time kind of up in the North San Fernando Valley.
Yeah.
Simi Valley had all those fires last year in Malibu. So, yeah, I was around quite a bit. Not like in them, but we all experience them here in SoCal. So
Right.
close enough.
Yeah.
I wouldn't want to get a lot closer.
Dude, I drove by the Malibu
Yeah, the
houses.
Malibu fires. Yeah. Oh my God.
It's amazing how one house will be there, little scorched trees, and then the house right next to it gone.
Done. Yep.
Scary
Crazy.
stuff, man.
Yeah. Yeah.
I think insurance too doesn't cover that. You have to get separate fire insurance and
Oh, yeah.
separate earthquake insurance
Yep.
whenever you have a home.
Yes.
You rent or you have a home?
Oh no, I rent.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're not a
I
billionaire.
mean, I'm an actor in Los Angeles, you guys. So. Yeah. I rent, but I actually love where I live. It's great. I've been there for almost my entire time in LA, which is 11 years.
That's impressive.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's great.
I found a good place, and so I don't have. I'll move when I can afford a home, or I die.
That's
Morbid. That's morbid.
Well, that's life. That's real. That's real, Phil.
Real talk.
Real talk. Your tattoo is very interesting.
Yeah.
What is that?
Those are motorcycle pistons.
Oh, you're
Yeah.
right.
I do. I love to ride, and my dad is also a mechanic, or is a mechanic. So those are his initials.
What do you ride?
I have two vintage BMWs. One's a 1971 R75, which is the fast one,
Yeah.
and I have a 1965 R50, which is like the beautiful, fully restored vintage cruiser.
Okay.
And that's like my dream bike. It's like my favorite thing I've ever had. It's awesome.
You ever take any motorcycle trips or like around the coast or anything like that?
Just because my schedule over the past couple of years has been so rigorous,
Yeah.
I generally just go out for a day or a couple of hours, 2-3 hours or whatever, cruise up to the Angeles National Forest or out to the coast or whatever. I haven't taken like a weekend trip, but that'll happen at some point.
Some point.
Do a little camping trip, up to Santa Barbara or something like
Yeah.
that. Yeah.
I would feel safe. I don't ride. I was about to take the motorcycle course
Yeah.
that they teach you how
Yep.
to do everything.
Mhm.
And then around that time, had a friend get into an accident again.
Yeah.
And I was like, it scared me. It really
Yeah.
does, man.
Oh, yeah.
Because all the people I've known in Los Angeles who ride a bike, unfortunately, they've been in accidents, and all of them have been not their faults.
Yeah. Oh no, it's definitely a risk.
Have you been okay? You been safe?
I refuse to get into an accident.
Right.
I just every time I get on the bike, I just put the vibes out there that everything's going to be fine. I'm a super vigilant rider though. I'm not like
Yeah.
one of those Hellcats, that's like just like tearing through traffic. Cuz I don't have a death wish.
Oh gosh, no.
Yeah, I just like to ride. I just find it's meditative and it's fun and it's relaxing.
Yeah.
So I generally like to ride away from traffic and away from the city. And I take routes, like I kind of plan to avoid as much as you can.
Absolutely.
But my mom and her husband have been motorcycle riders for 20 years. He used to actually teach a course,
Oh, cool.
like the motorcycle safety course that you have to do to get your license.
Nice.
So it's been instilled to me to like have fun, but ride safe.
Yeah.
And you can't prevent other people from doing stupid stuff, but it's weird when you get on a bike and you're riding, I think, vigilantly. I'm going to knock on wood here because God, something happened. But you kind of, you start to get a sixth sense for when someone's going to do something really stupid. Really and truly, like if you're paying attention, I've had countless occasions where I've been riding and I'm like, that guy's going to turn, he's going to do one of those U-turns across
Yes.
4 lanes in front of me. And so I'll just slow down, and sure enough, derpy derp just, turns left out in front of traffic, but I've anticipated it. So that's my the mode that I'm in when I ride is don't die,
Absolutely.
you know.
I never trust any of the drivers. That's my rule.
Yeah.
And when I'm driving, and my dad taught me that. He's like,
Yeah.
pretend that everybody is the worst
You have
driver
to.
in the world.
Yeah, you have
And I
to.
was like, well, that's kind of ridiculous. But when you start driving, you're like, oh, they are the worst driver in the
Especially in LA, you don't have to pretend.
world. Right.
Yeah. It's
They
true.
just are.
Yeah.
I get hung up on this, and it drives me crazy when you're about to like make a right turn.
Mm-hmm.
You're like coming in from coming out of a parking lot, and somebody has their signal that it looks like they're about to turn into the parking lot.
Yeah.
But they just keep driving, and I'm like, oh, if I just assumed I'd be
You just
gone.
gave me a migraine because I've been in that. I've lived that.
Ugh.
And I'm having a stress migraine about
I'm
it
so sorry.
right
We'll
now.
start. You know what? We'll change subject.
No, it's
You know which motorcycles I love?
What's that?
The and I'm sorry, I don't remember. It's a roadster of some sort, but the Indian.
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about? The short handlebars.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, and it's probably super uncomfortable to ride, but they look so badass.
Yeah, yeah.
The
There's a
old
lot of
school
cool
ones.
bikes out there. Yeah, I'm a big vintage
Yeah.
bike fan.
Oh, I saw this freaking beast of a
Yeah.
bike, and I'm like, if I rode, that's what I would want in LA, just because the tires are so fat. You know,
Like a really wide rear tire.
Yeah, but a wide front tire
Okay.
too, and it looked almost like an apocalypse bike.
Oh,
but
it was the
all-
one from Tron. It was the bike from Tron.
Was it?
That's what it was. I wouldn't be surprised if I saw that in LA because, LA, you'd be driving around, you'd be like, oh, there's the Back to the Future DeLorean. There's the Ecto 1A from Ghostbusters, like you see that stuff all the time. There's the Jurassic Park Jeep. I think that was parked across the street actually this morning.
Actually, I saw Jurassic Park Jeep maybe like last month.
Yeah.
You know.
Or the Bat Pod.
That's
from
what
Christopher
I was
Nolan.
gonna pull up.
From the Christopher.
That was the bike you saw, Wesam.
It's rideable, and it's actually at Warner Brothers Studios. If you go on the tour, you can see it.
Oh no, that's not what I saw.
Yeah,
But
that
looks-
is. That's the one.
What you saw.
That's it.
It's actually a rideable motorcycle. They developed that. Yeah,
Yeah.
they spend an ungodly amount of money on
You
that.
know what?
thing.
Yeah, if I'm gonna ride in LA, it's gonna be something like that.
Yeah.
Just and take up the whole lane. Of course.
Hell yeah! Can
I'm
you
not-
imagine? But if you do that, you have to be in full Batman garb. You have to be wearing
yeah.
the bat suit.
Or maybe just piss people off, be in Superman outfit.
Yeah.
Be like, no!
Yeah, Booter. You knew the Will Arnett voice, Booter, give me directions to Santa Monica.
Dude, your Yachtly Crew videos are so much fun.
Dude, thank you. Yeah, we have an insane amount of fun in that band. It's really ridiculous.
We can tell, like,
Yeah.
everybody can tell.
Yeah.
And it's the kind of stuff where you can't help but dance or sing along.
Yeah.
Is it all covers? Or some original stuff?
So we play, for those of you just learning about this for the first time, we play yacht rock. And yacht rock is a genre that consists of all of the soft rock hits from the 70s and 80s. So we're talking Lionel Richie and Jackson Browne and Hall & Oates and Toto and the Doobie Brothers. Your dad's favorite playlist, basically, is what we play. And so it's really, really fun. We do all those songs.
Yeah.
We have been writing some originals in the vein of 70s soft rock, and in the next year we plan to put some of those out and start incorporating those. But really the reason why people come to the shows is because it's music that they know and love.
Yeah.
So we try to be true to that and consistent to that as much as possible.
And the yacht theme, I love it. You guys
Yeah.
look like you're sailors.
That's right. We dress up like yacht captains, and which immediately just takes the seriousness of what we do totally out of the question, which is awesome.
Yeah.
It gives us kind of free reign to, just totally have fun and let our audience know that they shouldn't be taking themselves too seriously either, which is, I really think, an important message that the world needs right now. Is like everybody needs to stop taking themselves so seriously and have some fun.
Dude. Dude, tell me about it.
Preaching to the choir. Yeah.
I want to tweet stuff and post stuff all the time,
Yeah.
but I'm like, can't. I
Right.
want a career.
Right. Yeah, exactly. Right. Well, you pepper in the good vibes. You pepper in the positive messages.
Yeah.
And,
I have a friend. She's coming on in a few weeks, or depending on when this comes out, next week or a couple weeks. Her name is Jasmine Savoy Brown,
Okay.
and we love like ragging on each other.
Love it,
on
yeah. Mm-hmm.
Instagram. And my whole bit right now is she calls me an old man for some reason, and I'm not. I have a baby face.
Right.
You know, I'm just wise beyond my years.
For sure. That's the first thing that hit me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hashtag timeless. And so I have this thing where I, basically announced that she's quit acting. She hasn't. And she started her own salt business in Oregon, and it's failing. And that's our back and forth.
Yeah, the
basically,
salt
concept.
prices have gone up a lot.
Oh, yeah. And
it's
she's
a
being
hard-
sued, you
Yeah.
know, for quality stuff. And see, and that's my only way of like trolling somebody or like just being silly or stupid.
Right, yeah.
I know. People are too sensitive, man.
Yeah, you got to be careful. You really do. Especially because there's some salt dealer out there who's like, what are you talking about? I know salt prices.
Have you ever gotten into a argument with somebody online? Or you
Yeah.
kind
Oh,
of
yeah. I mean, do you remember what the 2016 election was like?
Was it a Russian bot or was it a real person?
No, it was people that I know.
Ah, damn.
It was people that it was, not, family members
Dude.
or, friends, and it just got to the point, I think, that many of us got to where it's like, I can't engage. It's
Yeah.
not productive. It's not helpful. Because we, at some point, skewed off into alternate 1985, and Back to the Future when Doc Brown, he's like, Biff went back in time and stole the time machine. We're in that tangent 1985 now.
Yeah.
That's where we live. And Biff is our president.
That's actually pretty accurate.
Yeah.
I was like, there was a part of it that's like, no, there's a
Yeah.
lot of that. That's kind of similar to what's going on.
My friends like to heckle me and say that it was because the Cubs won the World Series that it destroyed the time-space continuum.
Speaking of like,
It's true.
are you into like crazy, like you a crazy sports fan of anything?
I enjoy sports, but
Yeah.
I'm not a crazy sports fan.
Okay.
Yeah.
The reason why I can't get into that any kind of sports thing. I can get into like individual stuff. So like UFC
Oh, yeah,
fighting. So it's
right.
like the individual versus the individual, but like team stuff can't.
Okay.
I don't know what about it is.
Yeah.
Like hardcore team, like fanatics.
Yeah.
Can't do it.
Yeah, I like American football, but I like the thing that blows me away is just like athleticism of any kind.
Yeah.
That is just astonishing. I have so much respect for, because I'm watching it and I'm going, I'm tired. I'm tired already.
You ever watch the combine, the NFL combine thing?
No. What's that?
Can we pull up some like compilations of that? It's basically I'm butchering this, but they not their tryouts, but they see how fast you can run a 40, how high you can jump.
Is it where they're pushing those things too? Like
I
they
don't-
do in the training?
I don't think they do that,
No.
but like you'll see a guy who's like 235, pure muscle, running
Yeah.
40 yards in like 4.2 seconds.
Yeah.
And you're like,
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
and for anybody who's ever seen 40 yards,
Yeah.
and try running that and be like, oh, this is impossible.
Yeah.
To run it in like 4 seconds.
Yeah.
It's pretty incredible. We're watching like these huge dudes. I don't know, man. UFC. That's why I love UFC too.
Yeah.
I think Joe Rogan explained
A few
it.
of them.
What's that you got?
Oh.
After an ad, of course.
Dude,
All right, here
I'm
we go.
getting whatever the YouTube subscription is to get rid of these ads. You can skip it.
Now a word from our sponsor.
Look at this guy.
Yep.
He'd
Yeah, that's ridiculous.
he'd kill everybody in this room.
Yeah. Can you imagine just like him running into you? Like you're just standing there and he just runs into you and I'd be dead.
Look at this guy. Look at him.
I'm 5'10", 170. He would just like I would literally just
Can you
go
turn the volume up?
like
That's or volume off.
Yeah.
Sorry. Yeah. I mean, that's the face of just pure
Yeah.
focus right there.
that. Yeah, that's how I look at every day, just with that intensity.
Look at that. Like all these, like just to show their catching skills.
I think those gloves have Velcro though. To be fair.
They have some sticky. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's. I mean, it's.
Go to
It's
some
so
Yeah.
fast, so
defensive
fast, so
players.
fast.
Wow.
Anyway, how long have you guys been doing the Yachtly Crew?
About 3 years. It'll be
Wonderful.
3 years in January.
Did you guys know Did you guys know each other? all
No, we
beforehand?
didn't. Well, so our drummer, and I'm gonna tell you all. We have aliases in the band. We have stage names.
Oh, shit.
So our drummer is Sailor Hawkins. Our
Yeah.
bass player is Baba Booey. Our guitar player is Tommy Booey. Our keyboard player is Stony Shores. Our saxophone player is Pauly Shores. And I'm Philly Ocean.
Dude,
Yeah.
that's hot.
So anyway, our bass player Baba and our drummer Sailor, they've been friends for a long time, 30 years, and they've been musicians. All of us have been playing in bands since we were in our teenage years.
Yeah.
And they had an idea to put a soft rock band together, really, just for fun, because they loved the music, and we had no idea if it was going to go anywhere. So they put an ad on Craigslist. The guitar player Tommy responded to it. They started practicing and putting things together, and then they were looking for a singer, and Tommy happened to ask his sister, who I'm friends with, his sister and her husband, because we used to karaoke right here in Burbank at a little place called Sardo's that no longer exists.
Sardo's closed down?
Oh yeah, a couple years ago, about 2 years ago,
wow.
3 years
Yeah.
ago.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Wow.
And she happened to see me walking my dog the day that he asked her if she knew a singer, and she was like, "Yes, call Phil." And so I got this email, and they were like, "Here's the concept," and I was like, "I'm in." Incredible. So I went and auditioned for them. I sang a few songs, and then they were like, "Yes, let's do it." We rehearsed for about 3.5, 4 months. We got our basic show concept idea.
Love it.
But we had no expectation or idea of what it would be. Honestly, we were like, well, we'll see if it catches on. We'll see if people like it.
Yeah.
And within the first couple of months, the response that we were getting, we went from having like 15, 20 people at our first couple of shows to having well over 100, well over 200, well over 300, and it just continued to grow.
Wow.
And it's really because the fans are so awesome. I mean, we have fans that come see every show. They're dedicated. They love the music. They love the show, the energy that we bring to it. The show that we put on. So it's awesome. We're just riding. We're white knuckling it. It's like a term when you ride a motorcycle. We're just holding on for dear life for as long as the ride continues.
I feel like that about life a
Yeah.
lot of times.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Just-
I relate. Yeah.
That's so cool, man. And so I'm assuming you've had singing experience beforehand.
Oh yeah. Yeah. I've been singing since I was like 6.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's impressive. I'm impressed
in
by that.
bands and and all that stuff. And it's interesting because being an artist and an actor, yourself, like the swing that happens, in a performance-based career is you
Yeah.
kind of follow the thing that has momentum.
Yeah.
And in my time as a professional entertainer, that pendulum is swung from acting to music and back and forth many times over the years. And and there have been times when I've like, okay, I'm gonna set music aside and only focus on acting, and then a couple of years go by and like I got an offer to be in a band, and that's how this happened. I hadn't been singing for like 3 years. I'd just been focused on acting, and then this happened.
Phil, that is one of the coolest things about life and the trajectory of artists, especially
Oh, yeah.
nowadays, and how it can actually play with the person's mind a little bit.
Yeah.
Because for people, they have this dream, like, this is my dream. I want to come out here, let's say, for acting. I'm going to just take this as an example.
Yeah.
And it's like acting might be going well for them in the beginning a little bit, or it's just rough and they can't get stuff. And then all of a sudden, acting's kind of been the conduit to lead them to something else.
Yep, happens a lot.
And in that transition period, that person like questions themselves a lot, going, well, wait a minute. I didn't come out here to do this. I like this a lot, actually, but what about acting? Am I just turning my back on acting? Is
Yeah.
that okay? Will people judge me? Is this the right thing to do? Well, no,
Yeah.
let me go back to acting. I'll just forget about this thing. But I think it's important for artists especially to have themselves stay open to that
Yeah.
and stay open to trying something else out, a new path. And you can always come back to the original thing, but if something's
Yeah.
kind of calling you, I think going back to your sixth sense, trust that sixth sense.
Yeah, you have to. I mean, and it's being in YACHTLEY CREW has led to some really amazing opportunities opening up on the acting front also. But I will say this, saying yes to YACHTLEY CREW has been something that's taken time and energy, because I'm not someone who just wants to like half-ass something. So if I'm doing something, I'm doing it fully. I wanted, as fun and as silly and as not serious as we are.
Yeah.
I take what we do very seriously because these songs are so iconic. When people come to hear a cover of Rosanna by Toto, if you're not nailing it subconsciously, even if people aren't aware of it, they're like, something's off.
Right.
Something doesn't sound quite right here.
Yeah.
And so I'm always striving to sing that song as good as the recording. I'm always striving to put as much energy as I can into that. And because of that, people in the industry, acting industry and film industry, have shown up at our shows.
Yeah.
And they've been like, oh, dude, like Cedric Yarborough from Reno 911.
Yeah.
And Craig Robinson. And just like a number. I'm not trying to name drop here, but like people, like we've been playing our shows at the Viper Room. We have a monthly residency there.
That's awesome.
We'll look out and be like, that's fucking Craig Robinson sitting right there. Like he's amazing. Last week, Baba Booey from the Howard Stern Show, the real Baba Booey, was at our Viper Room show. And it's awesome to see people who we look up to and who are players in the industry come out and see what we do. That's really cool.
That's amazing, man.
Yeah.
We got to take a quick break.
Sure.
When we're back, we'll talk some more
Great.
music, current events, and yeah.
Love it.
We'll be back. We're back.
Yes.
That's great.
Is that a nice yerba mate tea? Is that what that?
Dude, Phil, my man, you know what this shit is?
Yeah, I recognize it. I never touch the stuff, but I know what it looks like.
That's it, baby. He's in the know.
That's
Yeah.
right. It looks good.
This is my secret.
Yeah?
This is my drive throughout
Okay.
the day.
Take notes, everybody.
No joke. I like the
Yogi
cans.
Tea Yerba Mate is a proud sponsor of Wesam's World. Yeah.
Wesam.
Have you heard the new Tool album? Are you a Tool fan?
No, I haven't.
Okay. I'm trying to
And?
find people who listen to the Tool new
You're excited about it.
my favorite album of all time.
The new one.
The newest one.
Now I got to look it up.
It drives me throughout the day. The lyrics, the song, it's like listening to four master craftsmen of their music, of
Oh,
their
yeah.
instrument. And the way it's mixed, thanks to my brother, I'm becoming more in tune to each individual instrument.
Yeah.
And how they're playing it, and the variations in certain parts, and then the drum beats. It's so technical at part, but then it flows together so well, and then the lyrics are so fucking moving, man.
All right, I'll check it out. You sold me.
Yeah. What kind of music do you listen to?
Mostly just 70s soft rock.
Yeah?
No,
Oh,
I'm
it's
just
like,
kidding.
all right, okay. Well, that's okay.
You know what? I listen to everything. Everything from, current
I'm so
current
sorry. I
stuff.
just want to make sure people
America.
see your beautiful face.
Oh, great. Oh,
yeah,
sorry.
if you want to keep the chin right above.
All right, there we
yeah,
go.
there we go. Yeah,
There we
perfect.
go.
There we go.
All right, everybody.
So
Hi.
beautiful.
Viewers at home, good to see you. I've been into music since I was a kid, so I listen to whatever. I mean,
Yeah.
everything from hip hop, R&B, Americana, folk, country.
What'd you listen to on the way here?
I was listening to NPR on the way here.
Okay.
I always start my day with NPR because I want to know the state of things.
Yeah.
I think it's important to be informed. To an extent, I'm not one of the people who has the news on all the time because I think that can be detrimental to your mental and emotional well-being.
1000%.
But yeah, I always start with that. But like last night, I was listening to Halsey, and because she has a couple new songs that are out, and I always think it's interesting to stay on top of what current music trends are.
Yeah.
Sometimes I'm like, really? And then other times I'm like, oh, that's really interesting. That's really creative.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
I got into a little bit of rap thanks to my brother,
Mm-hmm.
and I like Kendrick,
Yeah. Oh, he's brilliant.
Logic,
Yep.
and I like the technical aspects of being able just to rap that fast,
It's
like with
incredible,
Eminem
yeah.
and stuff. I'm like, that is just practice.
Yeah.
Again, going back to like the struggle, like
yeah.
how many hours and days worth of just going over lyrics, and it's pretty incredible. And how certain musicians, because my brother's a musician, and watching him work by himself on his solo stuff, and hearing stories of how he's collaborating with other artists, it's very interesting, man.
Yeah.
Have you ever thought about going solo, or are you just like doing?
Oh, no.
Yeah.
I mean, I have. I'm not going to go solo right now.
Yeah.
But for example, I'm always writing stuff.
Yeah.
You know, I'm always coming up with song ideas. We're working on a couple songs that are in the vein of 70s soft rock for the band that we want to eventually record and put out. But yeah, I mean, music is just it's a part of me. So it's always something that, you know, like you hear a melody or you get inspired and you pick up the guitar and strum something out or, you know, write something. My guitar player in YACHTLEY CREW has been sending me song ideas, you know, almost on the weekly lately, and that's been really fun to go in and record demos and things like that.
That's cool.
So we have a repertoire of stuff when we are ready to record some things and put some originals out in the world.
Oh, that's wonderful.
Yeah.
Are you a Henry Rollins fan?
I do appreciate Henry Rollins, yeah.
Yeah?
I don't know if I'd say I'm a fan. I'm aware, but you know.
Okay.
Yeah.
If I would highly recommend then, if you haven't already.
I need to check it out.
He was on the Joe Rogan podcast
Oh, Joe Rogan.
a few
Yeah,
times,
yeah.
I think.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, listening to him talk about music and the way he listens to his, like he has these specific speakers to give the most realistic sound, and it's very, very engaging to say the least.
Oh yeah.
Definitely check
Anytime
it out,
someone
man.
is that passionate about something, it's impossible not to be engaged.
Yeah, and he's a little bit of a psycho when it comes to life in the best possible sense.
Yeah.
And he'll do stuff like this where he might feel like something's missing artistically, or he'll be like, I want to take a trip. He'll just talk to his assistant or travel agent, whoever it was, and be like, hey, book me a trip to somewhere in the world and just tell me just give me the, like, what kind of clothes I should wear in terms of climate.
Oh, yeah.
And I'll be fine. I just want to go, you pick.
Right.
And she'll pick, and he'll just go there and live there for a little bit.
That's amazing. That sounds like a pretty great life, actually. Where did he go? Did he say one of the places that he went?
Oh, Michael, would you mind looking it up? I think one of the latest ones was North Korea.
North Korea?
Ooh.
Yeah, and then there was another.
Well, I don't know if I'd go there.
He actually had to lie. This is actually a great episode for you to check out. I highly recommend it. Just being an artist in general, listen to him, man.
Okay.
And he is a very unique artist. And for people out there listening who are like, man, I can't afford to go like anywhere I want in the world, that's fine. Take a day trip if you live in LA to Santa Barbara. Go to Oxnard. Go down to Long Beach.
Oh
for
yeah,
the day.
travel. Yeah.
Go down to the free museums that we have here,
yeah.
and just go there. Take that day.
Yep.
And whatever happens, happens.
That's right.
Yours
That-
for Henry Rollins' most recent trip?
Yeah, where he's traveled to, and I know North Korea,
Afghanistan was one, I think. Philippines,
Iran. I know for a fact.
the Andes.
Yes.
The Andes. Now there, I would go there. The Philippines, amazing, but not North Korea.
Not now.
Don't know that I would want to go to North. Anyone else?
Iran,
Iran.
Antarctica, Russia.
Yes. He's just been to these amazing places, and
Antarctica,
he
where-
writes. Oh my gosh, his writing is so poetic. Not like saying it's poetry,
Yeah.
but he is such a talented writer.
Oh yeah.
But he stays to himself a lot.
Well, yeah. I mean, I think most artists, having alone time is quintessential to
What's
the
your-
artist process. Yeah.
Absolutely. Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt. I was just going to ask you, what is your alone time? Do you go out into nature? Do you go into your room? Do you go
I've
for
ride the
walks?
motorcycle,
Motorcycle. Okay.
and honestly, sometimes I'll just like hole up in my room.
Yeah.
You know, or read, or go out. I do like to hike. I do like to be in nature. But honestly, like just cruising on the motorcycle is like one of the most, like if I just need to like decompress and, because it requires such focus that you really can't get lost in thought. And so in a way it's meditative because you just, all those thoughts go away and you're just, you're just focused on one thing.
Yes.
So it's very cool in that way.
That's like exactly me running up the mountain at like pre-dawn,
Yeah.
because that's all I can focus on.
Yeah. You can't. Yeah. You don't have room for other thoughts when you're doing that.
No, and I'm so out of breath that I feel like I'm dying. And
Yeah.
I'm only focused about breathing and staying alive.
I'm out of breath just thinking about that.
Yeah, and the mountain lion that's up there.
Yeah. You better run fast.
I hadn't run in a little bit. I've been kind of under the weather, but I'm all good now. But one of the last few times I went up there, I heard a big animal in the brush, and I was like, "Oh, cool! That's either the deer, that's the deers that are there, or the mountain lion, P22, Griffith Park. Look it up. He's a beast. He's got crazy shoulders and forearms. He'll kill me in one bite.
Oh yeah, you're done.
I'm done." And so I heard this right before I start, and I'm like, "Oh shoot!" So I got my big military flashlight that I carry with me. It's just really bright. It's not big. And
You do this. Oh, it's pre-dawn, so it's
pre-dawn.
still dark out.
Oh, it's pitch dark. Yeah.
Okay.
I'm a psycho. And luckily, I see this deer
Yeah.
in there, and it made me feel so much more comfortable because he looked more scared than I was.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like deer always look scared.
Yeah.
It's just like they're always like,
Dude. Millennia of things trying to kill you.
Yeah.
Of course you'd be
yeah,
like,
exactly.
you know, like constantly like
Yeah, they're always looking like they're just trying to eat something and like, what's gonna kill me now?
Well, I got a question. What's your visual diet on Instagram like?
My visual diet?
Yeah.
Like what accounts am I following?
Yeah.
How
like what do you like to
trendy.
No, seriously, 'cause I'm always curious about people.
Real talk.
Yeah.
One of my favorite accounts right now is this woman called The Holistic Psychologist. And she puts out the most incredibly perceptive, deep teachings, quotes, blah, 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 blah. And she is an actual psychologist. And all of her material is about basically personal growth, and how to be a better human being, how to heal from the trauma of your past, how to repair relationships. And it's incredibly poignant stuff.
Wow. The holistic psychologist.
So, like, take a look at this one, things to ask while healing and dating, right? What have you learned about yourself this past year? Do you have boundaries in your life? If you have a day to yourself, how would you spend it? What part of yourself are you working on? Just like things like that kind of point you in a direction of taking ownership, responsibility, and healthy habits into your life and relationships.
She's got the chakras.
Yeah.
Sorry,
Keep
just-
scrolling
yeah,
down.
yeah,
Let's see.
yeah.
What's the other one? Go down a little bit more. The most overlooked addiction is the addiction to another human being, where you can act out the dysfunction of your childhood.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
We got to bring her on. Michael, is she LA based? Can you scroll up?
I don't know if she's LA based.
I'll have to look.
I wouldn't be surprised if she is, but her stuff is on point, and it's actually been very, very beneficial.
Yeah.
You know.
Let's actually write this down.
Yeah.
Keep it. I actually would really love to talk to her.
Yeah, check her out.
You know, I always wonder with these type of people, these like holistic teachers,
Yeah.
where obviously there's no college to go to for I got a major in
Well,
holistic
psychologist,
healing.
yeah, you are. Yeah.
Oh, she's a legit psychologist.
She's a psychologist.
Oh,
yeah.
she's okay. She did okay, good. But
I
also
think she's in New York.
she is.
I think so.
I hate doing Skype interviews. I'm not gonna do them for the show.
Yeah.
I like seeing the person.
Yeah, you
I
want
can't-
want the personal contact.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I want to feel them, touch them. Not in that, yeah.
Don't touch me.
Yeah.
Please
See?
don't touch me.
You gotta be careful what I say. Might have to edit that. We're not editing it. You guys know what I'm talking about. Fuck you if you say anything.
We don't
All
have time to edit it. We got to get this show out.
right. Man.
So yeah, so I follow her. She's great. That's just one of them.
That's one of them. Okay.
Yeah.
I noticed. I love following people who have like art accounts.
Yes.
Very detailed art, and
Mm-hmm.
sometimes I'm kind of fascinated by the dark, like demon art, like apocalypse.
Oh yeah.
It's very dark. There's a guy named Paleo Grinder.
Paleo grinder.
Yeah.
It sounds like a dating app just for people who eat paleo.
That is probably a thing. I'm
wouldn't be
willing to
surprised,
bet
yeah.
that 100%. Like I only date people, or the whole thing is just paleo people.
Yeah.
There's probably a vegan one.
Yeah.
Are you vegan?
No.
Okay.
No. I like vegan food, but
Yeah.
I also really like barbecue and steaks and burgers.
Yeah.
I'm not finding this person.
Oh, really?
Paleo Grinder?
He
Yeah.
just keeps finding this
Paleo.grinder.
website called Grinder. It's so weird.
It's Grinder. It's Grinder. I don't know why that made me laugh. I don't know. We're gonna take a quick break, and
All
when we
right.
come back, we'll look up some current events,
Love it.
and then we'll wrap this thing up and get you on
Beautiful.
your way, sir.
Love it.
Yeah. Now, we're
back.
We're
We're
back.
back.
Great. So with the iPhone 11 Pro,
Yo.
what's
Loving
cool is self tapes. I just push boom,
Yeah.
and it looks great. The video quality is wonderful. Sound quality is great.
Yeah.
And also later on, I think end of this year, beginning of next year, they're gonna have this app where you can record both the front and the back camera at the same time, and it'll show you. And you can either have it overlay each other, or it could be separate video files. That way, whenever like you're going on a travel blog,
I heard about this. Yeah.
you can
That's
just
incredible.
You got yourself and what you're looking at.
Yeah.
It's gonna change things up a bit.
Yeah, I will.
Yeah.
For all those travel bloggers out there.
Yeah. Or maybe when you're on the motorcycle, you could put it up there.
Yeah, I could get a little mount.
That'd be cool. People can see your helmet.
Yeah. My mom's cringing just hearing this. Don't fiddle with your phone while you're riding the bike. Okay, Mom.
What's your mom's name?
Brenda.
Brenda, thanks for watching the show. We appreciate you subscribing.
Yeah. Please click subscribe.
Please
okay?
subscribe. If you're having trouble finding the subscribe button,
It's the giant red button.
Phil will help you. Just call him.
No, she's tech savvy. She'll figure
Oh, that's
it out.
good.
Yeah,
That's good.
She's good.
My parents are not.
No?
My parents are not tech savvy. I have to show them things a few times.
That's okay.
That's okay. They're
That's
my
why
parents, and I
you're-
love
yeah,
them.
yeah.
I'm sure I didn't learn how to stop pooping in my pants for the first time. So I
Jury's
gotta be
still
patient.
out on that one.
Jury's actually
Every once in a while.
no joke. I don't care. I'll admit it. You know.
Yeah.
You think it's
We
fun?
all have those stories. We
Yeah.
all have
It's
those
a shark.
stories.
It's
Yeah.
a little bit sharp. I don't care. I'm not embarrassed. I'm looking right into camera. All right? It's
Yeah.
my life. And you know what? This is what I found on my Insta story. Or I found it, and then I posted it on my Insta story, which I think you'll like. Before enlightenment, chop wood, carry water. After enlightenment, chop wood, carry water. Zen Buddhist proverb.
There's another Zen proverb that says, "Never trust a fart after 30."
That is a good one. That is, well.
It's a slow burn. And with that, I'm out, guys. Thank you.
Current
Thanks for having me.
What do we got for current events?
A few things. Peyton, do you want to start?
Yeah, sure. This is something. We got some weird news here from the Huffington Post,
Yeah.
most reliable news source in the world.
100%, yeah.
Thieves steal a duffel bag full of rare snakes. Ooh. But the thing is, they stole it on accident. They thought they were going to get some good stuff.
They thought there was an iPhone 11
yeah,
Pro
they
in
thought
there.
there was an iPhone 11 Pro in there, maybe some nice clothes and stuff. So when they got home and opened the bag, they were greeted by rare pythons.
Wow.
And a lizard. And the guy, he had an exhibit where he shows off these reptiles to the library, I believe it was.
Yeah.
And he left his duffel bag in the parking garage to go get his car. Came back, duffel bag gone.
Wow.
He found some of his snakes in a dumpster.
No.
And he's concerned about the rest of them. Right
Shit.
now, nobody's been caught yet.
Yeah.
But somewhere in the world, I just think that's so funny.
Those snakes are in the sewer somewhere.
That maybe
Where did this happen?
New York.
I'm not going to New York
That's a
again.
sci-fi original movie.
Of course that
Or no,
happened
San
in
Jose,
New York.
California. I'm so sorry.
Oh, well, San Jose. Well,
Still a sci-fi.
sorry, New York. It's close. They're like right next door to each other.
Yeah.
I know this is not the case, but I like to imagine that when he opened the bag, they were just they weren't in like cages or anything. They were just like
Yeah.
all intertwined with each other, and they're like just screaming.
This is where that app that records the front and the back-facing camera would have come in very handy.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. You get a good reaction.
Just see the dude opening the bag and what his face looked like. He's like, oh man, I wonder if there's an iPhone 11 Pro in here.
I'm not a fan of keeping reptiles as pets.
Nope, you can have them. They should be in hell where they all belong.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Wow. That's aggressive.
Well, snakes particularly. I like lizards. Lizards are cool.
Yeah.
But you think you should keep
Snakes
them as
are
a pet?
terrifying. They don't have any legs. They
I-
just do this along the ground and then bite you.
See,
That's not cool.
no. I see certain animals, and I'm like, you need bigger enclosures. Like I see certain like when I go to the zoo sometimes, and I see, let's say, the tarantulas. Right? I get it. It's a tarantula. It's only this big, but the box for it is like smaller than this. It's like this room. Imagine being in this room for your whole life.
Yeah.
I think that's too small.
Yeah, it's too small.
Or a lizard. It's like a little like long, thin. I'm like, what? Or like a python, and it's just. I'm like, come on.
It's like in a little
Yeah.
glass box.
No, I don't
Zoos
like
make
that.
me sad.
Yeah.
That's why I don't go.
Well, certain animals, for some reason, I'm thinking of
Yeah.
okay. Like when I see a giraffe in a zoo, it's always in a big enough enclosure,
right.
and I'm like, yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Or like a hippo, I'm like, you're fine. I don't know why.
Exactly.
A tiger, I get upset.
I mean, you think about when they're in the zoo, that their lifespan is longer typically.
Right.
But
Because
is it
they're not
happier?
they're not getting eaten by
Yeah.
a mountain lion. Like almost happened to you the other day.
Dude, what if I died by getting killed by a mountain? Would you be sad?
I would be sad, of course, but I would also be like, that's kind of badass.
To
That's-
die by a mountain lion? Yeah.
Yeah.
If there's
I mean,
a way
if-
to go out,
If you have to go, yeah.
It'd actually be a very quick death.
See, did you see how impressed he was just thinking about it? Mike was like envisioning you being mauled to death by a mountain lion.
No, he's getting increasingly ruder and ruder. This, like, literally before you came in, I was telling Peyton, I was like, oh, I'm going to go see Joker this Sunday. And Peyton was like, oh, text me after you see it. I'm curious to know what you think. And I went to Michael. I was like, oh, hi, Michael. I go, hey, hi, Michael, friend. Would you like me to text you too? Have you seen it? He's like, nah, you don't have to text me.
Hey, you know, at least he's honest. You got to respect that.
I was just gonna give you my thoughts, which was just like I was okay.
Yeah, I'm in that camp.
Joaquin was amazing.
He was he was brilliant, but we're gonna have.
It was a masterpiece.
Well, that's okay. You're allowed to have that experience.
I know.
Yeah.
I don't know how long Michael's going to stay here. I don't know. I'll say.
But yeah, I'm with you. I left going.
All right. I haven't seen it yet, so.
All right, we're not gonna ruin it for you.
What's next on Kurt?
So, Facebook has an interesting policy allowing politicians to make false statement in ads. So Elizabeth Warren is running an ad on Facebook right now saying, breaking news, Mark Zuckerberg and Facebook just endorsed Donald Trump for re-election. You're probably shocked and you might be thinking, how could this possibly be true? Well, it's not. Sorry. But what Zuckerberg has done is given Donald Trump free rein to lie on his platform and then to pay Facebook gobs of money to push out their lies to American voters. If Trump tries to tell a lie in a TV ad, most networks will refuse to air it. But Facebook just cashes Trump's checks. Facebook already helped Donald Trump once. Now they're deliberately allowing a candidate to intentionally lie to the American people, and it's time to hold Mark Zuckerberg accountable.
Okay.
And that is the ad that's running on Facebook right now.
right.
So it's misleading in the beginning.
Yeah.
It's misleading.
To make a point.
Purposely misleading.
To make a point. Oh, I can't wait to see
Pointedly misleading.
I can't wait to see what right-wing media does with that. Elizabeth Warren is lying.
Yeah.
She's a witch.
Well, they're calling her that anyway.
Yeah, I know.
I'm just waiting for me to be emperor, for me to fix all this
You
problem.
know what? Thank you. Please.
Yeah.
I was going to say.
Dude, give me 2 weeks, dude.
Yeah.
2 weeks as emperor.
Okay. I think we could make that happen. Couldn't we? How bad could you screw things up in 2 weeks? Well,
You'd be surprised. No,
that's true.
I am actually. Here's what I don't hope happens, but I think it's getting close to a possibility.
Mm-hmm.
Again, I really hope this doesn't happen, a civil war type of
Oh,
situation.
no. Come on now. Can we? No. We can't even.
It would look
No.
it would look very different, but what would
No,
probably be is like
Right, but there's going to be a very. I feel like this separation is getting this chasm between like certain Americans and other Americans just getting wider and wider and wider and wider. And then at a certain point, what do you do? What's going to happen?
Well,
I don't know, man. I hope that doesn't happen again. I really hope things resolve itself and people get some common sense, you know, and
civility.
and it's okay to have different views than other people. Like I have very conservative friends. I have very liberal friends. Actually, a lot of my friends are kind of down the middle with certain aspects of very conservative, certain aspects very liberal. But I don't know what's going to happen.
Yeah.
Do you hope you have positive thoughts for the future?
I have overarching optimism.
Yeah.
For the future.
Okay.
But you know, I've certainly been disheartened. The past couple of years, for sure. I think it's, you know, I think that we have lost touch with, and I say we as in our politicians, and particularly our president, has lost touch with, and issues aside, but we've lost touch with appealing to the best in people. And, you know, he just has no shame about just stoking hatred and inciting violence and inciting just the most offensive rhetoric that he can muster. And I think that's horrific. I really do. I have many, many friends with whom, you know, we can have disagreements about policies. That's literally what we're debating, is a policy of how to handle something. And, you know, we can have a respectful conversation. The vitriol is what I find incredibly disheartening.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. Because at the end of the day, we're all human beings. We all have inherent worth. We all deserve respect.
Right.
And, you know, I think at the very least, our president should model that sense of value.
Absolutely.
in people, and I just don't see that happening.
I think with all forms of, all different types of you got president, vice president, you got your senators, House of Representative people. I think they've forgotten that it's a service
Yeah.
for the people,
Right.
and that they forget who they're serving. And again,
100%.
when you're bought out by corporations, it becomes a corporate oligarchy? Basically.
Oligarchy, yeah.
Yeah.
So we kind of have things are being run by the corporations, run by money,
Yeah.
run by profits, and if you look at the people who own shares in all those companies,
Oh, yeah.
it's just a small group of the same people. Isn't that funny?
Yeah. To circle back to that current event that you brought up, it's so interesting because to see a platform like Facebook, have so much misleading or just blatantly untrue information
Yeah.
is really a scary thing when you think about it. In Europe there's a lot of regulations, a lot of laws that doesn't allow for you to make a blatantly false statement. And they still have free speech, and they still have free elections, and they still have an open discourse to discuss current events and issues.
Yeah.
But you just can't go out in public and say something that is blatantly provably false. And, here in America, it's like we guard our freedoms, but we lose touch with our responsibilities to those freedoms, I think.
Absolutely, and I think it's becoming more aware now because of Twitter, Instagram, how everybody has a phone in their hands. But I think this has always happened since the beginning of time. Since
Yeah.
the beginning of government,
Yeah.
false statements, everything like that. We're just becoming more and more aware of it.
Yeah, I think it's gotten to a level of egregiousness, though, that hasn't existed, has been as rampant.
Okay, I'll agree with you on that.
Yeah. I
I'll
mean,
agree
there's
with you on
always
that.
falsehoods, but like before, so like 5 years ago, someone would say something that wasn't true, and then they would get called out for it. And then what would happen is they'd go, okay, I was wrong. Fair enough. Now what happens is they get called out for it, and then that person goes, that's fake news. I didn't say that. And like, well, here's the video clip.
Yeah. Oh, Giuliani. Oh, my God. They actually did that to him. They played the video clip right next to him, and he still denied it. Like, that kind of lying
Yeah.
is incredible to me.
It is. That takes an incredible
Wow.
amount of gall, right?
I mean, I'd be like, oh, shit, I did. Okay, you got me.
Yeah.
You can't, I don't know what else I could say other than, no, that's not me.
Yeah. I didn't
That's
say
not
that.
me.
I
Anyway.
didn't say that. Yeah.
Let's do one more. Let's end on a good note.
Let's do it.
We don't want to end on Giuliani.
We don't want to be a downer.
Nobody wants to end on Giuliani.
This is a short, sweet, little good one. Scientists have discovered that humans have a salamander-like ability to regenerate damaged body parts. Now, this is not saying we are at the point where you can cut off your arm and it will grow back, but they have discovered that damaged cartilage can be regrown.
Wow.
We have an inner-like ability to do that, but this is like a beginning step.
Right.
And kind of
Let's get some research going on this, you guys.
Yeah.
Can you imagine?
That's how you get the lizard.
That's right.
There you go.
Yeah.
There's actually a side of your meniscus on your knees. If you tear one side versus the other, one actually has blood flow, the other does not. And that's why when you tear your meniscus, you pray to God it's the one with the blood flow side. Otherwise, you need to get
interesting.
surgery.
Yeah.
So it's very interesting.
I don't want to tear anything. That
Yeah.
sounds painful.
You ever break a bone?
No, but 2 weeks ago, I sprained my ankle so bad I thought I broke it.
Oh, yeah.
I stepped off a curb. I just stepped off a curb, you guys. So be careful.
Jesus.
I was literally stepping from a rocky trail onto a flat piece of pavement and rolled my ankle so hard that I broke into a cold sweat, got nauseous, thought I broke it. I had to stay there for 15 minutes until the shock response in my body died down. And then I was like, oh, okay, I can kind of stand on it. It hurts. Drove straight to the emergency room.
Jesus.
Got an x-ray. Wasn't broken. They were like, this is really bad. This is bad sprain.
Swollen?
Oh, wow.
But you're walking fine.
Because I followed the doctor's orders.
What'd he say?
I literally called out of work for a week. I laid on the couch. I iced it. I took ibuprofen. I did all this stuff.
Okay.
I didn't walk on it. And so within about 4 days, I could walk again with some moderate pain. And then I had the whole ankle, what do you call it? What's the thing? The brace.
Ankle brace, yeah.
Ankle brace.
Yeah. Smart.
And and I just took good care of it. So luckily, it's still a little bit painful. But yeah, you don't want to do that. Don't step off a curb wrong, you guys.
Gotta watch out for those curbs.
Yeah,
Do you stretch?
I do.
Okay.
Yeah.
the reason why I said I've ran on the mountain, I've sprained my ankle twice.
Yeah.
But it wasn't a bad sprain, but it was enough where when I rolled it, I heard something go pop, and
Yeah,
I was like,
that's what
oh,
happened to me.
oh, and I had to keep, and I just was like, okay, and it was a little wonky for a little while, and I did not stay off of it. I did not do any of that stuff, and it stayed swollen for a little bit.
Yeah.
It took a while. It's still, I think it's still, it's good. It took a few months though, because I just kept walking on it. I am not smart when it comes to doctor's orders. I will do the opposite.
Oh, well.
Except when it's like an infection of some sort.
Oh, yeah, you don't mess with infections.
Like that freaks me out more, and they know what I'm talking about. I'm not going to talk about it on air because it's a little embarrassing. I'll talk about it afterwards.
You don't have to.
No, Phil, don't pull a Michael on me. Phil's
Don't text me about it. Don't text me about it.
Phil, seriously, thank you so much for coming on.
Oh, man, this is great fun. Thanks for having me.
I'd actually like to have you back on, maybe with some band members,
Anytime.
whenever you guys have a big show coming up.
Yeah.
Seriously, I would. This has been an absolute blast. You're welcome back anytime.
Dude, thank you. I appreciate it.
Stay safe on the road.
I will.
Where can people check out your stuff?
I promise. YACHTLEYCREW.com.
Okay.
That's YACHTLEY.
Great.
CREW.com. Or PhilipDaniel.com.
Awesome. And people can book you for parties, events, weddings,
Oh
etc.
yeah, we play concerts, we play private events, all that kind of stuff. We're playing a lot. We play quite a bit. We're
Great.
very lucky.
Only $5 an hour. It's incredible. I
Yeah,
can't believe that.
It's a great rate. I could totally pay my rent on that.
I thought he was serious. I was like, wow.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
We play for 10 hours just to get some.
Yeah. Sometimes we actually pay you to let us play.
Yeah. First of its kind. It's an interesting business model.
Yeah.
Where can people find you on Instagram or social?
The Philip Daniel on Instagram.
Yeah. No S at the end.
No S.
Michael
S.
put S
I did
in
not.
the calendar.
I did not.
He put S in the
looked at
Wow,
calendar.
thanks, Michael.
Did you know that?
Thanks,
That's
Michael.
why I said Daniels.
You know what? Let's play the video of him putting the S on it and have him deny it.
Play us out, Michael. Thank you for listening, everybody. We appreciate you greatly. Thank you, Adobe Radio, Nice Guy Digital. Phil Daniel, thank you for coming on the show, sir.
You're welcome, sir.
Michael, hi. Peyton, thank you. Steph, thank you. We appreciate Quack Branding for all the awesome graphics that you do for the show. Special shout out for you. Our new listeners and subscribers, we see you. I see you. Thank you so much. Always remember to listen, think, and then talk.